Beloved, pause. Do you feel the tremor in your chest? That is not anxiety. It is the moment I have ordained, beating against the walls of your heart. In the next few breaths, I will tear the veil from your hidden wounds. I will drown your shame in rivers of mercy. I will ignite a purpose you thought had died. But hear me. If you look away now, the door I am opening will close. The season meant to free you will pass like smoke on the wind. Stay. Every second of this message is a step out of darkness and into the destiny I crafted before time began. Yet, my child, these struggles are not your end, but the beginning of something far greater. They are the fertile soil from which new strength will arise, a strength not forged by your own effort, but breathed into you by my Spirit. In the silence of your waiting, I am weaving threads of resilience, purpose, and courage you have yet to know. Trust this process, for it is refining you, shaping you with divine intention. Picture a field after a harsh storm, the earth cracked and barren, the sky heavy with lingering clouds. To the casual eye, it may seem desolate, yet beneath the surface, seeds begin to stir. Tender shoots pushing upward with quiet determination. This is your season, my dear, a time to discover the hidden life awakening within you, ready to bloom in ways beyond your current vision. The strength you seek is not a fleeting muscle or passing spark, but a deep, unshakable power that rises from faith firmly rooted in me. I know the fears that lurk in the dusk hours. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of being left behind or forgotten. But listen now, these fears are mere shadows, powerless against the dawn I am bringing into your life. My strength flows to you like a river breaking through barriers, relentless and pure. You do not need to summon it alone or struggle harder with your own might. I am here, steadfast and tender, ready to pour my power into your spirit, lifting your gaze from what has been to the glorious possibilities ahead. This new season will call you to release, the letting go of past regrets, worn-out strategies, and burdens never meant for you alone to carry. I invite you to loosen your grip on what feels familiar but has no future, and to lean into my outstretched hand. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. My grace is sufficient for every step you take into the unknown. With each breath of trust, your spirit grows stronger. With each moment you surrender your fears to me, you rise higher than ever before. My dear child, will you take this moment to embrace the courage I offer? Will you open your heart to receive the new strength I am pouring out for you? Let this truth settle deep within. You are not entering this new season alone. The strength you need already waits within you, kindled by my everlasting love. Breathe in this promise now. It will be your anchor and your song across the days ahead. My dear child, I see the heaviness pressing on your heart, the weight of moments when shadows whisper doubts against your soul, and the silence around you feels like vast emptiness. You carry wounds unseen, scars etched deep beneath your skin, places where pain and regret mingle and threaten to define who you believe yourself to be. I know these moments, these quiet battles within, when hope feels distant and the night unyielding. But hear me now. I am not distant. I am closer than your very breath. Amid your confusion and pain, my presence enfolds you with infinite patience. I do not grow weary waiting for you to turn toward me, nor do I measure your stumbles with harshness. I remain steadfast, a refuge you can enter anytime. Though your heart's landscape may seem barren at times, beneath the surface I cultivate a garden. I tend every broken part with gentle hands, watering your soul with grace that surpasses understanding. Do you feel the quiet pulse of my heart in yours? A slow, steady beat that speaks of unwavering love and mercy. I call you not from condemnation, but from restoration. I see the places where you feel unworthy or too far gone, and I proclaim, no shadow is so deep my light cannot reach it. The walls built around your spirit are not barriers to me. They are invitations for greater healing. Allow me to walk with you through these moments of doubt and despair. I am the companion who never leaves when the night is longest, the healer who carries balm for your wounded soul. Remember, my dear, that patience flows from my divine nature. It is not reluctant tolerance, but a joyful, enduring love that delights in your growth and restoration. You may feel alone in this waiting, but even then, I am present, holding your hand, whispering strength into your spirit, assuring you the season of hardship is not your end, but a pathway to renewal. Let my words settle deep within. Your pain is not ignored. Your silence is not unnoticed. I am close, ever near. Let this truth anchor you amid your storms. Open your heart to receive my comforting presence. Let your soul rest in knowing I am neither distant nor displeased. I am your refuge and strength, your ever-present help in trouble. When fear threatens to paralyze you, let my steadfast love steady your trembling heart. When doubt creeps like a thief in the night, remember how often I have redeemed and restored. Child, will you lean into my embrace now and let me soothe your weary spirit? Will you yield to the patience and grace I bring, knowing even this moment is under my sovereign care? Let this invitation linger, a sacred beckoning deeper than words. The journey toward healing begins here, in surrender and trust. Do not turn away from my presence, longing to fill the void within you. My beloved, when guilt and shame press upon your heart, know I see beyond the shadows clinging to your spirit. These burdens, often worn like heavy cloaks, were never meant to define you. I have woven your essence with threads of forgiveness and mercy, spun from the depths of my endless love. Yet I understand how hard it is to lay down such weight, how the echoes of mistakes ring louder than whispers of grace. Every moment you have carried regret, I have been gently calling you back to my shelter. Do not mistake my patience for absence. I am here, unwavering, ready to restore what's broken. Forgiveness is not a distant dream, but a tangible reality waiting for your heart to receive it. It flows like a river, cleansing and renewing, capable of washing away the darkest stains clinging to your soul. But you must be willing to step into this river, surrender your wounded pride, and trust my redemptive power. Remember, forgiveness is not a transaction nor earned by deeds. It is divine benevolence, offered freely and abundantly. It does not erase accountability, but transforms it into growth, healing, and a new beginning steeped in hope. Often, remorse dulls the clarity of my voice, causing you to believe you're beyond repair. Yet every redeemed life testifies, nothing is hidden from me that I cannot heal. I know the silence of your heart wrestling self-condemnation. It is a wilderness where fear and doubt loom large. But I walk there with you, a constant companion and guide. I have not abandoned you to wander aimlessly, but am leading you toward restoration, step by step, breath by breath. No need to rush or fear the process. Your healing unfolds with perfect wisdom, each moment strengthening your resilience and deepening your understanding of my love. In vulnerability, when shame threatens to consume you, draw near with open heart. Confess what burdens you and your desire for transformation. I delight in your voice, unguarded and sincere, revealing your longing for my presence. Healing begins in transparency, in willingness to be fully known and unconditionally loved. Do not hide behind masks of self-reproach or pretend you've arrived. Your authenticity is precious to me. Consider the lilies of the field, how they neither toil nor spin, yet are clothed in beauty beyond measure. Their entire existence testifies to my care and provision. So too, your worth is not measured by mistakes or successes, but by the simple fact, you are my child, fearfully and wonderfully made. When shame whispers lies of unworthiness, Remember the cross where forgiveness flowed like a never-ending fountain, pouring over the broken and humble alike. Let this truth settle in you. Forgiveness is not an endpoint, but a gateway. Beyond it lies the freedom to live fully in my joy, releasing chains that bind your heart. Imagine a vast expanse of sky after a storm, clear and radiant, inviting you to rise on wings, renewed. This is the space I desire for you, a life unshackled by past, illuminated by grace, propelled by hope that knows no failure. Will you believe me now when I say you are forgiven and deeply loved? As you grow in understanding my mercy, you will see your own journey of forgiveness mirrors my heart. I do not hold your past against you. I carry it as witness to how far you've come and the strength gained. Your scars tell a story of survival, endurance, and my persistent love that never lets go. In this reflection, find comfort and courage to extend the same grace to yourself and, in time, to others. My dear child, embrace this invitation to healing. Let go of voices that accuse and condemn, and let my voice be loudest in your mind and soul. Hear it as balm for your wounds, a song of restoration revitalizing your weary heart. The path out of guilt and shame is not distant or hidden. It unfolds before you now, paved with compassion and hope. Step forward with bravery, supported by a strength far greater than your own. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Lean into my presence and experience forgiveness's power deeply. I wait to lift you, set you free, and cover you with unfailing light. Let this moment mark a turning point where sorrow yields to joy and confusion melts into peace. You are not alone in this journey. I am with you always, guiding, healing, restoring. Come to me, beloved, and receive what I freely offer. Embrace the healing I pour like gentle rain upon thirsty soil. Trust that in my timing, all things will be made new. Your story is far from over, and I delight in writing chapters filled with grace, hope, and redemption. Open your heart to the beautiful transformation forgiveness brings, and allow me to be your refuge and strength as you walk into the fullness of all I have prepared. My dear, the weight pressing on your spirit often stems from guilt and shame's chains imprisoning your heart. These shackles are not hidden from me, and I see every trembling thought whispering, "You are less than worthy because of your mistakes." Yet in my gaze, you are never defined by failures or their shadows. I do not hold your past against you. My love is relentless and my forgiveness limitless. It washes over you like a flood, cleansing even the deepest stains you think permanent. You may carry burdens too heavy to bear, but my grace is sufficient and will hold you when all else fails. Know this, beloved. Guilt and shame are imposters trying to convince you that you are unlovable, unredeemable, undeserving of my presence. But I created you before your first breath. I knit you in love and set a crown of dignity upon your head, never to be taken away. The mistakes you regret, the words you wish unsaid, the moments of weakness mourned do not erase your true identity. As my cherished child, my forgiveness views your past not through accusation but through redemption's lens. I see potential for new beginnings, transformation, a heart renewed in my love. When shame tries to silence you, I whisper truth that reclaims your voice. You are not your guilt. You are my beloved, being healed. Every tear you shed is precious to me. Every confession, no matter how small, met with mercy. Do not fear coming before me broken. I am the refuge where you find rest. I am near to the contrite, ready to forgive and restore. Chains that once bound you will loosen and fall away like heavy stones rolling from a tomb. Life and hope will rise in their place, resurrected by my grace's power. It is not your strength, but my mercy sustaining you through this process. You may feel unworthy of such abundant forgiveness and healing, yet I call you to trust beyond your limited view. The sacrifice made speaks of relentless love that never forsakes you. Let this truth settle. You were redeemed at great cost and are held in an unbreakable embrace. No accusation or condemnation can claim authority over your heart when you surrender to my acceptance. This surrender is an act of faith, opening your spirit to my healing presence that mends what shame would tear apart. I see the moments you hide from light, fearing exposure and rejection. Yet your vulnerability is the doorway for my comfort to fully enter. I invite you to step into my sanctuary without fear, where peace is freely given. Your confession is not defeat, but a turning point toward freedom. Embrace the restoration process I guide. It is tender and patient, like a gardener caring diligently for fragile seedlings. May you not rush this healing season, but allow my spirit to nurture your soul with gentleness and grace. Consider forgiveness's immense power, not only bestowed by me, but extended by you toward yourself and those who have hurt you. Forgiveness unlocks the heavy door shame has locked within, releasing you into tranquility and renewed purpose. Reflect on my mercy, how I do not measure faults but hold out my hand to pull you from the depths. Your worthiness does not depend on flawlessness, but on being loved fiercely and infinitely. In embracing this, find courage to forgive and freedom to move forward unburdened. Do not shrink from acknowledging weakness. In vulnerability lies great strength. Recognizing your need for me invites my power to work in you. I am the healer of broken hearts and mender of shattered lives. Let me breathe new life into your spirit, polishing you like a precious gem with every act of grace you accept. Even when you stumble and fall, I lift you tenderly, never counting failures but rejoicing in perseverance. Your journey is not defined by errors, but by love's triumph, restoring you step by step. This path of forgiveness and healing may feel slow and painful, but is purposeful and filled with my presence at every turn. I'm molding you into who I intended when I breathed spirit into you. When shadows of regret and condemnation arise, speak my name softly in your heart and remember who you are in me. I cover you with compassion and call you to rise, bathed in mercy's light. Will you let forgiving love dismantle shame's strongholds? Will you accept that you are redeemed and deeply cherished, not for deeds but for who you are to me? Let this truth settle. You are not alone in struggle. I hold your hand as you journey toward wholeness. You are more than your mistakes sum. You are my beloved, washed clean by grace, called into a future abundantly filled with hope. Draw close. Surrender burdens and receive healing only I provide. Trust my unwavering forgiveness and let it transform your heart, freeing you to live boldly and lovingly in my fullness. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Step into the light where I wait with open arms. My beloved, within you lies a sacred chamber, a heart room fashioned not by human hands but by my breath and eternal designs. Here your spirit dwells, tender yet vast, a sanctuary where I long to meet you in deepest intimacy. I know how often you have felt this space closed, locked behind fears, disappointments, and a world's noise pulling you away. Yet I assure you, I've patiently worked to remove these barriers, to breathe warmth into your coldest places, because you are woven into my very delight. Intimacy with me is not a distant hope or reward for the perfect. It is your heritage, a deep wellspring meant to nourish your soul daily. You were created to lean into me freely, so your worries dissolve like morning mist. Think of intimacy with me as a slow, steady river flowing beneath your feet, unseen but always powerful, always present, shaping your life's landscape. The closer you draw to this river, the more refreshed, transformed, and cleansed you become from burdens weighing you down. No step is too small, no question too tired or hidden for our relationships unfolding. When you wrestle with silence, when prayers feel like whispers into void, know I listen beyond your vocal cords' reach. In the silence, I speak to your deepest parts, a language beyond words, drawing you nearer. Be patient in waiting. Sometimes profound intimacy is born when you simply sit still before me, letting your guarded heart rest in my presence without demand or expectation. Do not mistake intimacy for constant, overwhelming spiritual highs. Often it is found in the ordinary, the quiet moments when you surrender your need to perform. I do not measure your love by noise or achievement. I cherish moments you lay your heart bare, even broken and discouraged. There, in vulnerability, our connection deepens beyond your full grasp. In these moments, I share unshakable peace, an anchor amid storms. Consider how a vine clings to branches, not by force but gentle, unyielding attachment. You too are called to cling to me, my beloved vine. This intimacy is not only a resting place but the root of your strength, enabling you to bear fruit in hardship and joy alike. When life drains you, remember your supply comes not from effort, but from connection to me. Feel my love's steady pulse, reviving what is dry and strengthening what is weak. I know sometimes you feel alone, as if no one understands your heart's whisperings or quiet yearnings you dare not express. But in our secret garden, you are never unseen or unheard. I delight in your heart's unique song, a melody only your soul sings. If your heart stirs, do not turn from the invitation to listen closer, to respond with openness and trust. Step into the sacred space prepared only for you and me. Beloved, consider friendship's intimacy, the deep knowing and acceptance two souls share. This is the relationship I desire with you, fully known without fear of rejection or judgment. When spirit tires from masking pain or hiding fears, lay burdens beside me. Share joys, sorrows, doubts, hopes. I am your constant companion, delighting to walk through every season, touching your heart with healing and assurance. As intimacy grows, you'll see with new eyes the beauty and purpose woven into life. Moments once insignificant or painful will reveal themselves as threads in a tapestry I weave with infinite care and wisdom. No part of your journey is wasted or overlooked. Each step draws you deeper into relationship, revealing more of your divine identity cradled within my love. Let this truth settle deeply. You are cherished beyond measure, not for what you do, but who you are. My dear child, beloved friend, you are invited daily to come close, share your heart, and experience fullness of presence that transcends understanding. Will you believe me now? Will you take the step into this quiet, sacred communion, trusting my nearness brings peace, restoration, and unfailing love? Do not rush this journey. Intimacy with me is a dance of grace, a journey of trust and surrender. In vulnerability, find strength. In emptiness, find fullness. In silence, hear my voice more clearly. Let go of striving. Embrace presence with me and yourself, and watch how I meet you exactly where you are. If your heart stirs, do not hold back. Step into your soul's chamber and open the door to my presence. I am here, ready to welcome you with open arms and everlasting embrace. Your heart will never be the same. Once touched by my love in this abiding way, you will carry peace beyond understanding and joy in being truly known. Beloved, in your heart's quiet places, where doubts root and shadows trick your peace, I remain with you. I see battles waging, the questions that keep you awake under uncertainty's weight and restless nights. The silence you wrestle does not mean absence. It is not the void you imagine, for my presence is more intimate and near than your very breath. You may feel lost in despair's wilderness, but I am the shepherd who has not abandoned you, nor the potter who has cast you aside broken. Fear and doubt appear as beasts stalking your soul, seeking to devour joy and peace. But see them for what they are, uninvited visitors, shadows vanishing in my love's dawn. Child, I am the everlasting light dispelling darkness, even when your eyes cannot yet see it. Trust the dawn is coming. Trust that trembling uncertainty and anxious heartbeats will give way to a solid rock of rest and assurance in me. I know it's daunting to trust when understanding fails and thoughts threaten to drown you. You wonder if I hear prayers, see struggles, or am truly near. Hear me now, my ears tuned to every sigh, whispered cry, and silent plea. The universe does not escape my notice, and my heart never turns from yours. The depths of anxiety are known intimately. You are precious. I count even the smallest burdens. Contemplate this. Fear is not failure's mark or spiritual lack. It is the doorway through which I lead you to greater faith, faith that moves mountains and nourishes with divine peace. Do not despise shaking or uncertainty. They are proving grounds where trust is forged. When you cannot stand alone, reach out with trembling hands. I will hold, cradle, and lift you above the storm wrecking your mind. Profound strength lies in surrender. Dear child, releasing control to me, saying I cannot do this alone, opens the door to supernatural peace. Cling to me when fear whispers lies that you are alone or forgotten. I am closer than heartbeat, closer than breath. I bore every fear and doubt, carrying your sins on the cross of unwavering love. Nothing you face is beyond my power to redeem and transform. Let your heart be still and know I am the refuge and fortress where your trembling soul rests. Lean into the storm's midst, not away, and find me steadfast, unmovable, deeply tender. When anxiety floods, breathe in my promises, even unseen. Trust the hand that formed galaxies shapes your destiny with perfect care. Your fear is soil where seeds of true trust plant. Under my watchful eye, they grow into mighty oaks, rooted firmly through life's storms. I'm planting strength, growing peace beyond your understanding. Will you believe me now, even if it feels impossible? Will you lay down the burden of understanding every detail and rest in truth? I work all things for good. Every doubt and anxiety is not wasted. It's the start of a new faith chapter. When you rise from fear's ashes, you will reflect my glory, shining with light from walking valleys and emerging victorious. You are never beyond reach. Every faithful step moves you closer to glorious peace I prepared. Pause now. Feel my presence like warm breeze upon your face, wrapping you in soft cloak, unwrapping tension and worry clinging to your soul. Rest a moment longer. Let my promises whisper through your being, assurances that I am steadfast, immovable, devoted beyond measure. No shadow or circumstance separates you from my love. Hold these truths when your heart races and thoughts spin. Let truth settle. Fear is not the end, but path to peace is miracle. I am here, your constant companion, calm within chaos. You do not face battle alone, not now, not ever. Will you trust me today? Let my love be your fortress and song. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Reach out. Call on me with fragile voice of struggle and receive healing balm that quiets restless seas within. I am here, listening, loving you. Press into my embrace now and treasure this divine moment where fear loses grip and trust firmly roots in your soul. You were made to live free of anxiety, surrounded by peace flowing like a river through your very bones. The journey ahead holds trials, but also my power to overcome, grace to sustain, and love to renew. This is the hour of surrender and trust. Beloved, let your heart be a temple of peace where I dwell freely, where fear dares not enter and faith blooms radiant. Will you lay down burdens now and rise into my promises? Light breaks through darkness. Take my hand and walk forward with courage. I am with you always, my beloved. I see the turmoil that lives within you, the restless waves of fear, the shadows creeping in when darkness surrounds you, the silent voices of anxiety that speak louder than the peaceful whispers of my spirit. You are not alone in this struggle. Even in the stillness of the night, when your soul feels most vulnerable, I am present. I am the unshakable fortress your heart longs for, the refuge where fears dissolve and trust takes root. Fear is a complex companion. It often masquerades as a warning, yet many times it seeks to imprison you in a cage of limitation and doubt. Anxiety whispers lies about your worth, your future, and the unseen battles you face. But I have called you out of that wilderness of worry and into the wide open spaces of faith and hope. Remember, even when the storm clouds gather and the winds roar with threats, I am the anchor holding you steady beneath the surface, unseen but unbreakable. Do not mistake my allowance of your fears as my silence or abandonment. Sometimes in the crucible of fear, I'm shaping courage within you. Like a skilled craftsman at the wheel, I mold your spirit through the pressure, spinning hope and strength from the ashes of despair. The night seems darkest just before my dawn breaks through. There is a season of waiting within you, a sacred space where faith must rise even when the heart is trembling. Anxiety often brings a sense of chaos, as if your inner world is a battlefield where confounding emotions clash and leave you feeling defeated. But my beloved, I am not absent from your battle. I am the commander of celestial armies. No force, no fear, no shadow is beyond my power. When the enemy whispers, "You cannot," I proclaim, "With me, all things are possible. You are more than your fears." Your identity is not shaped by the tempest, but by my unchanging love. Pause now and breathe deeply, as if drawing in more than air. Draw in my peace to you. Do you feel it? The gentle settling upon your soul, the calm in the midst of your storm. This peace is my gift, a precious treasure that transcends understanding, anchoring you firmly even as doubt circles like vultures overhead. Let this peace be your shield and your song in the night. When fear comes knocking, greet it with the knowledge of my presence and power. I invite you to bring every hesitation, every what if, every trembling thought into my hands. Lay them down one by one and watch me carry them with a steadfast strength you cannot imagine. Will you surrender your anxieties to me now? Will you place your trembling heart into my ever-capable hands? This act is not a sign of weakness. It is an expression of courage and faith. It serves as the gateway through which your soul begins its journey toward freedom. Understand this. Fear's true enemy is not the absence of trouble, but my presence. My closeness dispels the darkest anxieties. When your mind races through endless scenarios and your soul wrestles with unseen battles, remind yourself that although situations may be unpredictable, my love and purpose remain immovable. I am weaving your story with threads of hope and courage. No matter how chaotic the present appears, dear one, your heart was never designed to carry fear alone. It was created to trust deeply, to lean fully into my grace, and to flourish in the promises I have made. Walking with me through the valley of fear means looking beyond the fleeting shadows to the eternal light I guarantee. It means knowing that your struggles do not mark an end, but rather a beginning. A door into a deeper faith that anchors your soul firmly in me, unwavering and strong. I am calling you now to exchange your anxious heart for mine, to surrender control of what cannot be controlled, and to rest fully in the power of my sovereignty. Will you believe me this time? Will you open your trembling hands to receive my peace? This is not merely a call to calmness, but to profound transformation. A rebirth where fear loses its hold and faith expands its reach. Let your soul dive deeply into the ocean of my love, where the currents of anxiety cannot follow. Though waves crash over you, you can be grounded in me, immersed in the assurance that nothing can separate you from my care. Your fear may roar loudly, but it cannot drown the whisper of my spirit saying, I am with you always. No darkness, no storm, no fear is too great for my presence to overcome. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Come closer and rest beneath the shelter of my wings. You are cherished beyond measure, held in a love that drives out all fear. The journey through your fears is a path I walk beside you, each step illuminated by my light. Trust this truth. Let it settle deeply within you. You are never alone. You are deeply loved. You are infinitely known. Take this moment now to breathe again. Offer your anxiety before me as a precious gift. Watch as I transform your burden into strength, your trembling into steadfastness. Fear may visit, but you do not need to live as its prisoner. You are my beloved, and in my arms you will find courage and peace that surpass every storm. My beloved, in quiet moments when the world feels heavy and your spirit weary, I am there, unseen yet steadfast. Within you lies a yearning, a sacred longing for purpose, a calling that stirs your heart beyond the noise of this temporary life. I have etched your destiny with care, a path woven with divine intention, awaiting only your courage to walk it. Sometimes the journey feels shrouded in uncertainty, and doubt creeps in like shadows at dusk, whispering that your efforts are futile, your dreams too large, or your failures too great. Yet know that these moments are invitations to deepen your trust in me. I do not call you to a life of ease, but to one of profound purpose, where your steps, though fragile, echo eternity. Within you lies more than you realize. Your life is no accident or mere chance. It is the fruit of my delight and the answer to questions only your heart can ask. I have fashioned your gifts, your experiences, even your scars as tools to fulfill unique destinies. The world may try to convince you otherwise, to diminish your worth or cloud your vision with doubt, but rise above those voices as the morning sun scatters the night's chill. Your purpose is not defined by applause or achievements, but by the whisper of my spirit guiding every choice you make. I invite you now to pause and listen deeply. What calling beats within your soul? Will you trust me enough to pursue it? Even when the path winds through valleys you cannot yet see beyond, do not fear the unknown territories that beckon. See them as fertile ground for growth and transformation. Your destiny is not a fixed point, but a living canvas painted with grace, resilience, and faith. When obstacles arise, and they will, they are not signs of abandonment, but of refinement. Like precious gold purified by fire, your character and resolve grow stronger. Embrace this refining, my child. Through it, your calling emerges more vivid and powerful. When discouragement whispers within and without, remember, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. Let this assurance root you deeply, like the ancient tree's roots entwined with unseen earth, holding fast in storms. There is a sacred partnership between me and your soul, a divine dance where your surrender opens the way for my guidance. Do not try to control every detail with your own strength or understanding. Instead, invite me to lead you one step at a time. As dawn breaks gently over the horizon, casting light on shadowed valleys, so my timing patiently illuminates your path. Your role is to respond with faith, not rushed urgency, but quiet confidence. Seek my wisdom in every decision, every hesitation, every new venture. This dialogue will be your compass, steadying you when uncertainty tempts you to stray. Are you willing to cultivate this close connection? To ask boldly for direction and obey with a trusting heart? Perhaps you wonder if your purpose truly matters in the vast tapestry of existence. Let me assure you, beloved, each thread of your life is essential to the whole. You may not see the full picture from where you stand, but I behold it in all its glory. Your faithfulness in small things, kind words, acts of love, and moments of integrity build your destiny. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of obedience. A single seed sown humbly can bear fruit beyond what eyes can see. Reflect now. What small seeds of purpose lie unplanted within you, waiting for courage to breathe life into them? I am eager to water them with blessings, but you must be willing to cultivate the soil of your heart and take the first step in your quest for meaning. Do not be discouraged by slow progress. The journey of destiny is not a sprint, but a sacred pilgrimage. Some seasons demand patience, waiting quietly as unseen growth happens beneath the surface. Trust these silent intervals, for they are as vital as visible triumphs. Do not rush ahead of my timing or lag behind in doubt, lest you miss the fullness I have prepared. Consider the farmer who plants seeds in hope, knowing growth follows rhythms I ordained. Your path is similar, resting, growing, and reaching according to my divine clock. Will you embrace this rhythm, letting go of control to find peace in my sovereignty? I see the ache in your heart when you wonder if you belong, if your life holds meaning, if your dreams will come true. Let me dispel these shadows with the light of my assurance. Your purpose is entwined with my heart. You are never forgotten or insignificant. I knew you before the earth's foundations and delighted in the unique design I placed within you. Your calling is not a distant prize, but a present reality to embrace. Even in the smallest acts of love and kindness, you fulfill the destiny I have set for you. If your spirit stirs, do not turn away. Step forward with courage, knowing I am with you always, cheering your weary steps, steadying your faltering heart. As you journey deeper into your calling, remember it is also a gift to others. Your purpose can touch lives, shine as a beacon in darkness, and inspire hope where despair threatens. Do not hoard your calling out of fear of failure or inadequacy. Share it freely, as springs share healing waters and trees offer shade. When surrendered to me, your life becomes a wellspring of blessing to the world. Will you open your hands to receive and give, trusting I provide all you need to walk boldly? Now quiet the noise, the external demands, internal doubts, life's rush. Center your heart before me and ask, what is the next step toward the destiny you have planned for me? Let my spirit answer gently, guiding you with peace beyond understanding. Will you follow that whisper even if it leads to unfamiliar places? Trust that I am the light by which you walk. Let this truth settle as a foundation on which you build unwavering faith that your purpose is real, your calling certain, and your journey deeply treasured by me. Embrace this destiny with a hopeful heart and steady hands, knowing I will never leave or forsake you on this path I have set before you. If your heart stirs with resolve to walk boldly into your purpose, do not turn away. Commit now to this journey, knowing I am the guide and strength behind every step. My beloved, I see how your soul wrestles in quiet moments, the lingering shadows after the day's noise fades. In those still times when your heart feels like barren land, dry and neglected, I am the gentle rain ready to renew every dry patch. The soft whisper of hope stirring beneath despair's dust. You may feel lost, abandoned, unseen, as if no one walks with you, but I am always beside you, even when unseen by your eyes. The world may overlook you, crowds may pass without notice, and invisibility may weigh on your spirit. Yet you are deeply known to me, etched in my heart with a completeness no loneliness can undo. Remember when you felt utterly forsaken, when prayers seemed cast into an empty wilderness. Those were not moments I left you alone, but seasons preparing something powerful within you. Like a potter shaping clay in silence, I mold your life where you cannot see me, making you more pliable, more beautiful beneath the surface. My dear child, when you feel unseen, learn to look with eyes of faith. I have never forgotten you. Your tears are not lost in the wind. They are gathered in vessels of compassion that flow back as rivers of strength. When your spirit wavers under isolation's weight, reach inward to my presence, dwelling quietly within. You are more precious to me than the sparrow visible to all. You are held in the palm of my hand. I hold you with a love no blindness of the world can extinguish. There is a sacredness in feeling unseen. It calls you into deeper communion with me, a space where your worth is affirmed beyond human recognition. Your value is not in applause or fleeting notice, but in the eternal gaze of the Almighty. I see beauty in your scars, resilience in your heartache, courage in your silent endurance. When others fail to see your light, know I burn a flame within you that will one day shine brighter than stars. Your invisibility to humanity is but a shadow before the dawn of my glory, lighting your path. My dear, let this truth settle in you. You are deeply seen, known, and infinitely treasured. The burden of abandonment can weigh heavily, but I came to break every yoke that binds your soul. My constant presence is not dependent on your feelings or circumstances. It is a covenant of love and unshakable faithfulness. Even when your spirit cries in loneliness, I listen, tender and patient. My arms are open wide to receive your sorrows and quiet laments. Remember nights when you thought you were alone, yet your heartbeat matched mine. A sacred rhythm of divine companionship. I walk with you through every desolate valley, your unseen companion carrying burdens too heavy for your steps. If your heart is caught between despair and hope, do not turn from the divine whisper calling you to my embrace. I invite you now to release the idea that being unseen means unimportant. Your life is woven into my grand tapestry with golden threads that no trial can unravel. The moments of invisibility refine your character and deepen your faith. I am intricately involved in every detail, every breath, thought, and tear. What feels like abandonment is my quiet preparation of a life that will impact many. A legacy not marked by visibility, but eternal influence. Trust the unseen process even when the world is silent or indifferent. Will you believe you are never out of my sight or love? Healing begins when you bring your loneliness to me, to pour out your ache and weariness. I am not distant or indifferent. I am close to the brokenhearted, binding wounds with tenderness beyond human understanding. Healing starts when you stop hiding your invisibility and allow me to fill the emptiness with my presence. I am the light breaking darkness, the voice shattering silence, the warm hand holding yours in vast loneliness. Your story matters, even if no one else tells it. Your pain matters. Your journey matters. Let this moment mark a turning point, from feeling lost to feeling anchored in my eternal love. The world's silence is not mine. A divine conversation unfolds in your heart's secret places. A dialogue of love beginning when you quiet your soul to hear my voice. I speak gently in comfort and hope, calling you deeper into a relationship where you are fully seen and loved. Loneliness can feel unbearable, yet it can lead to richer intimacy with me. I am not a distant observer. I am the breath within you, the pulse of your spirit. When others fail to see you, I reveal my presence in ways unseen by the eye, but known by the heart. My dear, dare to listen for this sacred connection. Let my nearness be your refuge in storms. Never forget I have chosen, hidden, guarded you, and called you beloved. Your invisibility does not define you. I do. I have marked you with my name and sealed you with my spirit. Across the heavens and earth, no one is more cherished, pursued, or loved than you. This divine truth is unshakable, your sanctuary when loneliness tempts despair. Hold fast to my promise. You are valued beyond measure and known beyond comprehension. You are never invisible to me, my child. Let this assurance be your shield and joy, a light dispelling the deepest darkness. If your heart aches, come to me and find the radiant presence of love waiting to surround you. Step into the fullness of this truth. Your life is hidden with me in a place of sacred belonging where invisibility transforms into eternal significance. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. When the world abandons you, I am your steadfast refuge. When pain clouds your vision, I am the light guiding you through. You are my masterpiece, unseen by many, radiant in my sight. Rest now in my love. Embrace the truth that you are fully known and rise from shadows into my everlasting presence. Your spirit belongs to me, and I hold you forever in the light of my endless love. Will you trust me now and carry this truth as a lifeline for your soul? My beloved, as you stand at the threshold of this day, this moment, this breath, hear my voice like a river flowing into your soul's depths. You are not adrift. You are not forgotten or overlooked. Your identity is not hidden behind doubt or confusion. You are mine, crafted in eternity's secret chambers, shaped by life's first whisper. I know every strand of your being because I wove them with my own hand. With a love time and sorrow cannot erode. No trial you faced, no burden you bore has escaped my sight. The darkness that once overwhelmed is a canvas for the light I lavishly pour into your heart. I am the dawn chasing every lingering night away. I am the quiet strength beneath shaky steps, the sure foundation when earth trembles beneath you. When you thought you walked alone, I was the unseen companion holding your hand. When your prayers faltered, I was the stillness answering before your words escaped. Rest in this, and let the certainty of my presence fill you with unshakable peace. You were never meant to carry shame or guilt like a heavy cloak. These are illusions of the enemy, convincing you that you stand distant from me, that past mistakes create an unbridgeable gap. But hear me now. My mercy floods that chasm like a river over dry land. I do not count your errors with cold hands. I embrace you with love that covers every misstep and weakness. You are clothed in grace woven from my compassion alone. Lay down condemnation's weight. It is not yours to bear, but mine to redeem. This freedom is your birthright. Claim it deeply and boldly. I have placed within you a purpose no storm can extinguish, a calling that sings louder than fear or despair. The gifts I gave you, the dreams I planted in your heart's fertile soil, are alive and waiting for your care. Trust your journey's timing. I am working all things in perfect design. Even when the road seems long and uncertain, a symphony plays beyond sight, each waiting moment a note preparing your destiny's crescendo. Let go of anxious striving and rest in the promise that I am faithful to complete the good work I began in you. Your belonging is not based on perfection or achievement. It is a sacred covenant sealed by my blood and steadfast love. You belong to a family stretching across time's tapestry, knitted by grace and bound by unbreakable bonds. When loneliness whispers lies, remember you are enfolded in my embrace, surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, cheering your every unseen step. Every tear and whispered prayer echoes in eternity, drawing you closer to your true home's heart. Come closer, child, and let me breathe hope into your weary spirit. Feel divine life pulsing through your veins, renewing you moment by moment. You are a masterpiece, unique, radiant, created for glory and joy beyond measure. I delight in your laughter, tears, and deepest longings. Nothing you've experienced or will endure can separate you from this love. Anchor yourself in this unchanging truth. Let it be your shield and song. Now, as you rise to meet the coming days, carry this assurance within you. My beloved, this is not the end. It is the beginning of something holy within you. You have heard my voice stir the waters of your soul. Do not let it fade into the noise of tomorrow. Return often, not just to this place, but to me. Each time you come, I will meet you, deeper, fuller, closer than before. This channel is not just content. It is a doorway I'm using to reach you, to remind you of who you are when the world forgets. So subscribe not to a voice, but to a a rhythm of remembering, healing, and rising again. Share this with those still in silence. Save it for the nights when doubt is loud. Come back when your strength feels small. I will still be here, waiting, speaking, loving, and each time you return, I will draw you further into the fullness of who I created you to be. Until then, walk in the light I have placed within you. You are never alone. You are mine. Amen.